why are you continuing to try to insert yourself into my relationship with my wife? Like, it's been almost 2 years, a year and a half, whatever. Like, let that chapter be done. Like, we're no longer concerned with you.
I honestly just have one request, and it's just to leave me alone.
First things first, congrats. You guys are a married couple, but I see you're in two different locations.
Oh, yeah. So I'm actually working on a very cool sustainability project here in Long Beach, California, and I'm here for 2 months.
So then after 2 months, you'll be back to Houston. Because Lydia, I imagine you're in Houston right now, right?
I'm in Houston right now. I'm at work.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm here for 2 months, but I still fly back and forth. Like last week I was in Houston for a week. Um, we're just doing like the grand commissioning. So we have like a lot of reporters, news crew, of course, like different people from industry here. And now that I work in the management team, that's like something that's expected of me to go to events like this, oversee larger projects. So I'm really excited.
That's amazing. And Lydia, how has it been doing the long distance thing?
I honestly don't feel even like it's like a long distance thing. It's more like we get to like go to the airport and get to see like fly to see each other. So it's like it hasn't been like that long distance. Like, yes, I miss him, and obviously like it's easier when you're just already used to like this just happened and you're used to like every day you don't have to necessarily hop on a plane to go see him. But we have that flexibility within our jobs to like just like, hey, I'm gonna go hop on the plane and see you. So it's been great, like just missing him a little bit more.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
you're making
and
the heart grows fonder, right? Like that's what they
I keep
say.
telling Lydia it's only 2 months, and I'm telling you, I don't think I've spent even 2 weeks here without seeing Lydia. Filmed the reunion, and Lydia obviously is like, well, hey, if we're filming the reunion, she just stayed with me here in Long Beach, and then we had filmed, and then my birthday was the week after that. So Lydia stayed here for like what, 10,
A
12
week.
days,
Yes, like
like
almost
2 weeks.
weeks. Yeah. So
And
and then
then the
and
week
then just got
after, I had a
back.
sustainability conference, like our actual conference was in Houston. So I went back to Houston for a week, and now here we are today. And I have like a month and a half left.
Amazing. So obviously you guys are making it work, which is amazing.
Yes.
You did bring up filming the reunion. We just watched it on Sunday. How are you both feeling post reunion, post watching it all back?
Oh, I feel great. Like I think it's like the necessary like closure for what our experience was. Like that's like the end point, and like now we just like focus on our marriage and what our career was, and like focus on our careers. Like I've said millions of times, like I started a new job recently, so that's been my focus, and like it's just kind of like a distraction more of like what the show was. So good to have that out of the way and and actually enjoying marriage life, which is awesome.
I felt really good about the reunion. I felt like we all got to get everything off of our chest, whatever we were feeling. Um, I was just excited to like finally be able to show my wife to the world and be able to wear my wedding ring again. Because of course, we had to avoid spoilers and whatnot.
Right.
So
Yeah, and
like
we
I
were
wasn't
not
wearing
even
my
able,
ring for
like we
like
haven't, because like this just recently happened, right? 2 days ago. Sorry to interrupt you, baby.
mm,
We haven't been able to like go out together. So it's like it's a lot. Like it's fine. It feels like freedom that finally everything is out and we can actually enjoy our marriage completely. So definitely like that's a huge relief.
I do want to talk about the reunion because a lot of the drama of the season was with Uche and Lydia and Uche's like past relationship. Were you guys surprised that he just didn't show up to the reunion?
um no, truthfully, not really. I think that kind of aligns with his character. Um I I had a feeling he wouldn't be able to face some of his wrongs, or to at least speak about it, but that's just my opinion.
Yeah, I agree completely. I wasn't that surprised, and actually, like knowing how he is and his personality, like that didn't caught me by quite surprise.
Lydia, what would you have wanted to say to him if he was at the reunion?
I really don't have anything else to say to him. I honestly just have one request, and it's just to leave me alone. Like that chapter closed that day where I saw him at the barbecue, and I told him like, hey, no, I'm not gonna sit down, tolerate that you misspoke about me when you have done so many things wrong. And I was not airing his ugliness to anybody. And it was a really unfair situation. Again, it was a really, really bad, unfortunate coincidence that he was there. And it had impacted the experience negatively, which is something that I will have to carry with me, in my love story. Like I would have wished that everything's perfect with my man. And I really don't have anything else to say to him. I just want him to leave me alone.
I I think I might have preferred him to come, and only for one reason. Um, I don't know. I've seen some of the things that he's been posting online, and it's been really interesting. Um, he's had 2 years almost to plan for these receipts, and I noticed he posted one about me claiming that I had asked him for advice and I addressed concerns to him, and I was like, wow, how narcissistic could you be? And he had posted a group shot that he had edited and did such a poor job. It showed a group chat where he blacked out the name to make it seem like I had called him 3 days before my wedding day, which was not accurate at all, not even close. Um, and I think some people online have already seen that and gone through that. My only question is, why are you continuing to try to insert yourself into my relationship with my wife? Like, it's been almost 2 years, a year and a half, whatever. Like, let that chapter be done. Like, we're no longer concerned with you.
Mm.
And, we just really want to live our happy lives.
Yeah, I saw
So
that.
if he came to the reunion, like, I would have liked to maybe address that. Like,
I guess
hey,
like it sometimes the noise, because it's noise, right? It gets so loud that it's annoying. It's disturbing. And it's like, why? Just what is the necessity? Like at the end of the day, if you're that happy, why are you here trying to spread lies and try to be so relevant? Like do it that on your own expense.
Lydia, I did want to ask, you did end up in a better place with Aaliyah at the reunion. Do you think you guys might have a future being friends again?
Lauren, unfortunately, like I've seen a lot of stuff online
Mm.
and after filming reunion, and I don't think that will ever be the case. Um, I I was really wrong about that too. She is not the person that I thought that she was in the pods with me. She came with a lot of conclusions about my persona without really giving me the chance or a first shot to talk about me or the situations or any questions, because she did post those questions on the pods and I answered them. Again, you're trying to do the best job to put the entertaining show over there, and they summarize an hour-long conversation to 5 minutes, which is what you guys get to witness. And it was not in that order. It was not in that specific things that happened. Abiding by the edit to attack my persona, because in my end, I don't have any problem with her, but it doesn't seem that's reciprocate from what I've seen recently. So yes, no, my friendship with Aaliyah did his course. Like I said once, like I'm gonna pass the page and let it go. Like if you have a problem with me, that's on you, because I don't have a problem with her.
There you go. You guys are on to your next chapter. I love that you guys had a second wedding. Can you tell me a little bit about that? That's so sweet.
Yeah, it was gorgeous. So obviously, like with the experience per se, like everything is like happening really fast, and like the majority of my family lives in Puerto Rico still, and it kind of felt like more intimate. Like I was even nervous this time, like, and I was like, why do I feel like this? Like I didn't get any nerves, and when I was actually filming, but I didn't. I had like nerves because it was in front of my people that I really loved and my family and friends that are have been there, have grown up with me, and it was memorable. We had a blast.
The first wedding that we had on Love Is Blind obviously was amazing. Like it was, it was high budget. Everything was great, great food, great drinks, a super great environment. I think, and Lydia had told me even before that, like, hey, like, I'm a little bit upset that like, my grandparents aren't gonna be able to make it. So we had sat down and talked, and I was like, well, hey, we can have a second wedding. And she was like, really? And I was like, yeah, we'll do it in Puerto Rico. We'll run it back. And, I called up all my groomsmen and I'm like, hey, keep your tux because we're going back to Puerto Rico. And well, I said, we're going to Puerto Rico. And what wasn't even 6 months and we were there. So it was, I'll admit, I didn't do most of the planning. That was mostly all in Lydia.
Yeah, he didn't do any planning. Do not let him fool you.
No,
He did
my
not do
parents,
any.
my parents, they helped out a little bit too. Maybe not on the planning side. They definitely were a huge support. Like they understood like a second wedding and planning a second destination wedding was going to be a big task. So we had some funds allocated that really helps with that process too.
Oh, that's amazing. I'm so glad that you guys did that because then it was able to like no cameras, just really Lydia and Milton. Did you have any of the Love Is Blind cast invited or was it just like friends before the show?
No, it was
No,
it was more like close friends and families that were invited to the wedding. It was a really intimate wedding.
yeah.
That is so sweet. Now, looking back, what do you think is your favorite thing about married life? I know that's like a very loaded question, but what is your favorite thing?
First and foremost, like having someone like be there for you. Like it doesn't happen like there's not a day that passes by that we don't talk, right? And or see each other or even if it's a video call and like the most like rewarding thing is someone who is always going to ask you how was your day and
Right.
actually listen to you and even if you need advice or you're just sometimes you just need a listening ear to just vent. And I think that's one of the most special things, like having that person that loves you unconditionally and you love them back and it just feels safe. And you have that safety net that, yeah, that safe space.
Yeah, I mean, I can definitely agree with that. I think that Lydia and I have like a really good balance with our personality types, and that definitely like shows in our relationship. Um, I think I think the most rewarding moment or that I cherish with Lydia is so not too long after our first wedding, I had a very close friend of mine pass away.
Mm.
And I think that was like my first time ever really dealing with loss of, someone that I really know. Like, this is like my brother. We were on FaceTime not even 2-3 hours before his passing. And he passed away in an accident.
I'm so sorry.
Um, and just having Lydia there, so like emotional or vulnerable person that she is, like, I'm kind of someone that tends to bottle things up a little bit. That's not always necessarily the healthiest. And just being able to release with someone and having that safe space, it like for me, like I really value that.
I'm so sorry for your loss, but it's amazing that you have Lydia and you can have that support system. Now, I do want to ask, you guys, Love Is Blind, the name of the world, let's be honest. So many people watched your love story unfold. I would imagine there was some parts that we just didn't see. And was there a specific moment between the two of you guys that you wish people saw?
Yeah, I always say like, you know how we always bring a gift from home to our potential significant other,
Mhm.
James had brought like this gorgeous rock. And how coincidental that actually he fell in love with a geologist and he was someone who could appreciate a rock as a gift. And it was the best gift ever. And we like literally like were nerding out ourselves trying to figure out what minerals and what was the composite of the rock. So that was a really awesome and fun date. And yeah, I wish that you guys had the chance to see that.
And I think just for clarification, it's not like just any rock. I mean, we're talking like I'm traveling to the airport and I get stopped carrying it because I'm carrying it in my carry-on. It's in my backpack, and it's probably about
It's like this big.
For comparison, it's probably about this big at least. And
And
it actually
heavy.
has a fluorite vein running through it and all these like really cool minerals. I got it on a hiking expedition with one of my research professors a few years back, and it's like my most cherished possession. So before going into the pods, when I was trying to think like, what do I have that's sentimental? Like, people are giving me ideas like, oh, like, your grandfather's watch, your grandmother's wedding ring. And I'm like, well, I don't have any of that type of stuff. But I'm like, this right here is me, and this is like my possession. Like, I kept it on my countertop, like, and just giving that to Lydia and actually having someone that could really appreciate it. That was amazing. I wish that could have been shown to the viewers.
What is next for you two? What are you guys looking forward to in this next chapter of your marriage and your life together?
We have a really big trip planned for what are we looking at, January?
Yeah, he's the best travel buddy. Like I feel like we complement each other well, and he is on like he's down for like things and whatever. Like, oh baby, we want to try this, and we will just balance each other's ideas, and it ends up being like great time. So from what we have already experienced, so we were really excited and looking forward to it.